You know, every single night we become the directors, the actors, and yep, the only audience member for a private movie that plays out inside our own heads. And these movies, our dreams, they can be amazing or totally bizarre or just, well, confusing. We all have them, but the mystery of what they mean, that's a nightly puzzle we're all trying to solve. So let's dive in and see if we can piece it together.
And that really brings us to the big question, right? The one people have been asking for literally thousands of years. What do our dreams actually mean? Are they just random brain static, or do they hold some kind of key to who we are? That's exactly what we're here to find out.
I mean, at first glance, it's pretty easy to just dismiss them. Our minds are buzzing with thoughts all day long, so when we fall asleep, it just seems like all those random bits and pieces keep going, mingling together into what feels like, well, free entertainment. But is that really the whole story?
To figure that out, we've got to go back in time, like way back. Long before we had brain scans and psychologists, our ancestors were already completely fascinated by the world of dreams. And for them, it wasn't just entertainment. It was a source of profound, powerful knowledge.
This whole journey of trying to understand dreams, it's been a long one. In ancient times, people saw dreams as messages from another plane, a kind of transcendental knowledge. Then, in the 2nd century, a scholar named Archimedorus wrote the very first major book on dream analysis, called Onirokreta. And this book was so important that when it was finally published in the 15th century, it became a massive hit, shaping how people thought about dreams for centuries.
And get this, the belief became so strong, especially in the Western world, that people thought the soul literally left the body during sleep to travel to another world. So waking someone up too fast? Oh, that was considered incredibly dangerous. You might just catch them before their soul had a chance to get back, and that could be, well, fatal.
Okay, so let's fast forward a bit. As we moved into the modern era, psychologists started looking for clues in a different place, not in the soul, but in the body itself. What if the source of our dreams was actually a lot closer to home?
So researchers ran some really fascinating experiments. And they found these direct, almost instant links between physical feelings and what people dreamed about. For instance, if you're thirsty while you're asleep, you might dream you're searching for a river. In one study, they put a pen in a sleeping person's hand, and they dreamed of playing hockey. They brushed cotton on someone's palm, and they dreamed they were petting a cat. So here's the crucial takeaway. Our minds never really turn off. Your subconscious is always listening, always feeling, and it responds almost instantly by weaving those physical experiences right into the story of your dreams. This was a huge step forward, but one man was about to take things even deeper. And that brings us to the guy who really changed the game, Sigmund Freud. He came along and proposed that dreams weren't just reacting to physical stuff. No, he said they were a stage for a much deeper psychological drama playing out inside all of us. And this wasn't just a wild guess. By the year 1900, Freud had published his revolutionary book, The Interpretation of Dreams. And he based it on his careful study of, get this, 1,900 authentic dreams. He was hunting for patterns, for some kind of hidden language. And at the heart of all that work, he came to this powerful conclusion. Dreams are basically symbolic expressions of our deepest wishes and feelings. You know, all the stuff we push down and suppress when we're awake. For Freud, dreams are the language of our unfulfilled desires. And you can totally see this today, right? Think about a common dream, like falling. Freud might say that symbolizes a feeling of losing control in your real life. Our modern world gives us plenty of fuel for these dramas. Our ambitions, our desires for more stuff, our egos, all these unfulfilled energies can play out on that dream stage, night after night. So, let's put these pieces together. If our dreams are partly a reaction to our bodies and an expression of our deepest desires, well, that turns them into a pretty powerful tool for self-reflection. It means our dreams can act like a mirror, showing us what's really going on inside. And what's fascinating here is that the clarity of that reflection can tell us a lot. A mind that's all stressed out, tangled up in ego and ambition, often leads to disturbed sleep filled with these chaotic, vague, hazy dreams. But on the flip side, a more balanced, content mind, it tends to experience sound, deep sleep, free from all that confusion. So what this really means is, by paying attention to the nature of our dreams, their themes, their intensity, how clear they are, we might actually start to diagnose the things that are really driving us. The roots of our fears, our desires, our aggressive feelings, they can all be uncovered by looking at the stories we tell ourselves at night.
Now, I should mention that there is this whole other class of dreams that seem to go beyond basic psychology. These are the ones that just feel different. Those super vivid dreams you have just before waking up that seem to predict the future, or offer some deep intuitive insight, or even feel like a message from somewhere else. Science is still trying to figure this stuff out, but it's a cool reminder that there's still so much we don't know.
So, from divine messages to suppressed desires to the simple feeling of a feather on your hand, our dreams are this incredibly complex reflection of who we are. Which really just leaves us with one last thought. If your dreams are a mirror to your inner world, what do you see when you look into it?